Hello everyone, welcome back to another flag ranking video. Today we'll be doing the flags of the continent of Africa. So before we get started, there's 54 flags that we will be covering in this video. So I added one more tier in the tier list, to further subdivide the different flags that we're getting. So I added an F tier, for the really terrible flags. Okay, so this is the fourth continent that I'll be doing, and let's just dive straight in. So the first flag here is the flag of Algeria. The flag of Algeria, I think it's a pretty good flag. It's only got 3 colors, which is pretty good. It's quite unique compared to other African flags. So I think this is a solid B tier flag. Next up is Angola. I think Angola's flag is pretty awesome. It's got a machete in the middle. It's only got 3 colors as well. It's a little bit more difficult to draw from memory, which is why I'm giving it a C tier ranking, but I think it's a pretty solid flag as well. Okay, next up is Benin. So Benin's flag is the first flag in here that's has got the Pan-African colors. So the colors green, yellow, and red, the combination, is quite popular in Africa. So I think this is a pretty good flag. It's not super unique because of its color scheme, but it's done on purpose. So, I mean, there is no marking down of the flag because of that. I think it's a C tier flag. It's like good, but not great. Next up is Botswana. The Botswana flag is quite unique. The color scheme is, something else. Yeah, it's pretty remarkable. It's also easily, distinguished from a distance. So I actually think this is a B tier flag. Next up is Burkina Faso. I do think this is another pretty good flag. I think it's another B tier flag. There we go. Next up is Burundi. So Burundi's flag is a little bit more complex compared to the ones we've seen so far. But I actually think it works. It's not overly complex. It's got the X shape running through it and then 3 stars in the middle. I personally think actually this is an A tier flag. All right, next up is Cape Verde or Cabo Verde. Another pretty good flag. I think it is a C tier flag. There's a little bit too much going on there. So I think it's a C tier flag. There we go. Okay, next flag is Cameroon. Pretty good flag as well. It's a tricolor with a star in the middle, making it somewhat more unique than just a normal tricolor. So I actually think B or C. Because of the color scheme, I'm going to give it a C tier ranking. There we go. Okay, next up the Central African Republic. So this flag definitely is trying to do something unique. It is, a very unique flag. And it's not the worst, but there's too much going on. Like there's lots of colors. It's either D or maybe even F. I'm going to give it a D tier ranking. Okay, next up Chad. A normal tricolor, nothing special going on. So I'm going to give it a T tier ranking. It's not memorable. Okay, next up, the Comoros. I think this is, it's got as many colors as the flag of the Central African Republic, but it looks more engaging. It's done better. I think it might even be a B tier flag. I don't know. It's just very unique and it's just aesthetically pleasing as well. But I'm going to give it a C tier ranking. I think that's more fair. Okay, the Democratic Republic of the Congo. I think this is a good flag. There's only 3 colors. Its colors are unique. I think it's a B tier ranking. Okay, next up, the Republic of Congo. That's the Pan-African colors again, also with diagonal. I think this is a C tier flag. Okay, Ivory Coast or Côte d'Ivoire. Normal tricolor. I think it's a D tier ranking. Okay, Djibouti. Djibouti's flag is unique. I don't like the color scheme that much. So instead of a B tier rank, I'm going to give it a C tier ranking. Okay, Egypt. Egypt is the only or one of the few flags in here that's got the Pan-Arab color. So that would be red, white, and black. So I see that Sudan also has it, as a South Sudan. I think this is a pretty solid flag. It's kind of a shame with the eagle in the middle. It's instead of an icon of an eagle. They tried to make an actual eagle, so it's a little bit too complex. So I'm gonna give it a C tier ranking. Okay. Equatorial Guinea. Yeah, this is an F tier flag. The logo in the middle is too complex. It's not possible to draw this from memory, like manually, I mean. So I think it's an F tier flag. Okay, next up is Eritrea. So I kind of liked Eritrean flag. It's doing something else with, the three triangles overlapping. So because of that, it would have been maybe like a B or maybe even A tier flag. But then the logo, the crest, it's a little bit too complex. So I'm gonna give it a C tier ranking. Although I am because of its uniqueness, I am inclined. I'm gonna bump it up to B tier. Okay, Eswatini. Yeah, so this is one of these cases where the flag is quite complex, or it's not necessarily easily drawn manually from memory, but it is, so unique. It's iconic. I am inclined to put it in B tier as well. Maybe even A. Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool flag. I'm gonna put it in B tier because I don't want to betray, let's say, my rules. But I think it's a really good flag. Okay, Ethiopia. So Ethiopia is the flag that started the Pan-African color trend. I think it's a good flag. It's got one color too many. It's got 4 instead of 3. But I think it knows what it's doing. It's getting away with it, and because of its history of being the template of a lot of flags in this list, I think I'm gonna give it an S tier ranking. There we go. Next up is Gabon. Yeah, the Gabonese flag, definitely not bad, but also definitely not the best tricolor. With the blue is a weird addition to this color scheme in my estimation, so I'm gonna give it a D tier ranking. Okay, the Gambia. The Gambia is doing something else. The middle stripe is a little bit thinner, and then it's got the white edges running across it. I think it's a C tier flag. Definitely better than any other tricolor. It's also not a tricolor. It's got 4 colors. Yeah, I think it's slightly less engaging than the Botswanan flag, for example. So I think it's a C tier flag. Next up is the flag of Ghana. This too is a tricolor with a star in the middle, similar to Cameroon, but it's horizontal stripes and a black star. I do think it's the same league of flag design, so a C tier flag. This is Guinea-Bissau. Also the Pan-African flags, although slightly differently arranged, and then a black star instead of the center and hoist side, but I don't think that necessarily makes it a better flag, or a worse flag for that matter. So I think it's a C tier flag. Then Guinea, it's the most like vanilla Pan-African flag with a normal tricolor. But I do think the tricolor is just slightly more, I don't know, aesthetic than these three. So I'm inclined to put it in C tier. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in C tier. Why not? Okay, Kenya. Yeah, similarly to what my opinion is about the flag of Eswatini. I do think it's a solid logo to have in the middle, a solid seal to have in the middle of your flag. I think this might be an A tier flag, to be honest. It's also because of the fact that the seal is a little bit more simple than the one of Eswatini. I think it's an A tier flag. It's a good flag. Okay, Lesotho. Yeah, it's a tricolor with the seal in the middle. The seal is not overly complex, but it's definitely not very simple either, and it's just not as captivating as these two, for example. I think it's a C tier flag. Okay, this is flag of Liberia. So it looks somewhat similar to the American flag, and that's actually on purpose, because Liberia was founded as a place where American slaves of African American descent could go back to Africa too. So this is done on purpose, and it's still very much distinguishable from the American flag because of the fact there's only 1 star instead of 50. I think it's a C tier flag. Yeah, it's not the best, but it's definitely not bad either. Okay, Libya. Another flag with the crescent moon and the star. It's a decent flag, but I don't like the color scheme that much. I'm gonna put it in C tier. Okay, Madagascar. So this flag is very unique in my estimation. The white band on the hoist side, it's just, that's doesn't happen anywhere else. So for that, I give it props, but I also don't necessarily like it that much from an aesthetical point of view. Um, I think I'm gonna put it in C tier. There we go. Then Malawi. Yeah, I kind of like this. It's got what I'm assuming to be the rising sun on the flag. I think this might be in B tier flag. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah. Mali. I think it's a D tier flag. So it's like it's simple tricolor, nothing bad. But the green is a little bit off. It's like very bright neon green. Um, so I find it a little bit less nice than the one from Guinea, for example. Okay, Mauritania. Mauritania flag, yeah, it's a good flag. Fun fact, up until recently, it didn't have the red bands, meaning it was one of the only two flags that wouldn't have blue, red, or white in it, but because of the addition, now it does have one of these three colors in it, unfortunately. Well, it doesn't really matter from a flag design point of view. I think it's a B-tier flag. It's a good flag. There we go. Mauritius, rainbow flag. It works. It's good. It's I don't know if it's better or worse than a standard tricolor. I'm gonna say slightly better because it's more unique. There we go. Morocco. I think the Moroccan flag is a solid flag. It's unique. It's iconic. I think it's an A-tier flag actually. Like it's simple. You can definitely draw it from memory. It might be that the star makes it difficult to see from a distance, but then again, if you see a solid red flag, there's not a lot of other countries that it could be. So I think it's an A-tier flag. Okay, Mozambique. It's got a AK-47, a Kalashnikov on it. That's pretty dope. But that's the only thing that it's got going for it. And to be honest, like it's cool, but it's not actually good flag design. It might. I'm gonna put it in D. C tier because of the. Otherwise, it would have been D tier. But just because of the fact that it's a damn AK-47, I'm gonna put it in C tier. It's pretty cool. Tanzania. It's a good flag. Might even I'm gonna put it in B tier. Like it's definitely a good flag. It's a very good flag. Oh yeah, let's just leave it at that. Niger, also a good flag. I'm gonna put it in B tier as well. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's hugely iconic, but it's a good flag. Like you can definitely draw it from memory. It's recognizable. Yeah, sure. Nigeria, C tier, I'd say. Also good, but not super memorable. Okay, Rwanda. The Rwandan flag is very unique. I don't know if it's on purpose, but it looks like the sun is in the sky here. Then the flag, the color scheme is quite unique, but I'm not sure if I like it that much aesthetically speaking. Like, the color scheme, so I'm gonna put it in B tier. Yeah, there we go. Sao Tome and Principe, also a good flag. Also a B tier flag, I think. There we go. Okay, Senegal, another Pan-African flag with a star in the middle, so I'd say I'll put it with the rest in C tier. The Seychelles, I really think this works. It works better for some reason than the Central African Republic or the Comoros or Mauritius, for example. Maybe just because of the fact it looks like it's radiating out from the center. I don't know why. What makes it work better for me personally? But I think I'm gonna put this in A tier. There we go. It's very unique. Yeah, like you wouldn't mix this with any other flag. Okay, Sierra Leone. It's a tricolor, but I think it works better than the standard tricolor because it's quite unique as well in its color scheme. So I'm gonna put it in C tier. Somalia. I think I'm gonna put it right there in A tier with Morocco because of the same reasons basically. It's simple, but it's iconic. It works. Yeah, A tier flag. South Africa. So it goes against a lot of flag design principles. Like it's got many colors going on, but I think it's a very good flag. I think it's an S tier flag, to be honest. Like it's immensely iconic. Even though there's lots of colors, if you know what's going on, you could draw. Like I'm sure South Africans can draw this from memory. I think it's a very good flag. Then we have South Sudan. I think this is a fine flag. I'm not sure if I think it's a C tier flag probably. Might be B tier. Yeah, actually, quite like it, but then there's, yeah, I'm gonna put it in B tier. Okay, we've got Sudan itself, similar, but then with the pan-Arab colors, and also the little triangle on the hoist sides. I'm gonna put it with South Sudan. There we go. Okay, next up is Tanzania, and I just realized that I misnamed this one. So this is a Namibian flag, in fact, not the Tanzanian flag. This is the flag of Tanzania, and I think I'm gonna put it right there with the Namibian flag. It's yeah, it's a solid design. There's not that many flag with just a diagonal line in the middle, and then the color scheme works for me personally. Although it's unique, I think it works for me personally. Okay, next up is Togo, another good flag, but yeah, I'm gonna put it in C tier. Then there is Tunisia. I'm gonna put it in B tier. Like, it's definitely a good flag, but it's not super unique or iconic. So there we go. Okay, now we get to this set of flags. So this is Uganda. Yeah, there's too much going on. Then the rooster in the middle doesn't work for me, so F tier. Then I'm afraid Zambia and Zimbabwe, you're gonna suffer the same fate. I don't know what they were thinking with this color scheme, the red, black, and orange, with like a specific tint of orange. Doesn't work for me with the green background, F tier. And Zimbabwe, maybe it's a D tier flag and not an F tier. But yeah, it's all of the colors and then the logo or the seal on the hoist side on the red star. Yeah, I'm afraid I'm gonna put this one in F tier as well. All right, there we go. So these are all of the 54 flags of Africa. I think Africa's got some very solid flags. I think I might have been pickier in this video than in some of the other videos, because you know the ranking always happens relatively, and this is the kind of distribution that you would like in any ranking. Okay, let me know what you think of this ranking in the comments, and stay tuned for the next country flag episode, which will be Asia. Thanks for watching.